So what if you could get a top-tier financial executive to help guide your company's growth, but you didn't have to pay that massive six-figure salary? Well, it's a total secret weapon for businesses that are scaling up, and it's called a fractional CFO. If you've ever felt like your company's finances are just getting more and more complex every single day, you're going to want to stick around. We're about to break down the 13 key benefits that could seriously change the entire trajectory of your business.
Let me just ask you something. Does it feel like your business is just hitting the accelerator, but your financial systems are kind of stuck in first gear, just struggling to keep up? You know that feeling? It's incredibly common for entrepreneurs, and honestly, it's a huge sign that you're at a really critical moment in your company's journey.
Take a look at these. Do any of them sound a little too familiar? Maybe you're scrambling to get your books absolutely perfect for a big investor meeting. Or maybe you're starting to realize that making huge financial decisions based on a gut feeling just isn't going to cut it anymore. Hey, these aren't signs you're failing, not at all. These are the classic growing pains that tell you you're ready for a whole new level of financial strategy. So what is the solution to these growing pains? Well, it's a role that has become an absolute game changer for businesses on the rise, the fractional CFO.
Okay, to put it simply, a fractional CFO is a super experienced executive-level financial pro who joins your team but on a part-time or even a project basis. Think of it like this. They handle everything a full-time CFO would. We're talking budgeting, forecasting, high-level strategic planning, the whole shebang. But they do it on a flexible schedule that actually fits your company's needs and your budget.
And this is what really gets to the core difference. The traditional full-time CFO, that comes with a pretty significant fixed cost, right? Salary, benefits, a long-term commitment. The fractional model, on the other hand, is a variable cost. You get access to the exact same top-tier expertise, but you only pay for what you need exactly when you need it. It's basically strategic leadership on demand.
All right, let's dive into the benefits, starting with the big picture stuff, the strategy that can totally reshape your company's future. We're going to cover 4 key strategic advantages right off the bat.
Benefit number 1, it's cost-effective. Now, this is the most obvious one, but it is also one of the most powerful. You get the brain of a seasoned CFO, someone who can guide you through super complex financial modeling and fundraising, all without that six-figure plus salary. It just makes elite financial guidance accessible way earlier in a company's life.
Benefit number 2 is having a real strategic partner. See, they're not just counting the beans, they're helping you figure out how to grow more beans. Benefit 3, they build those sophisticated financial models that tell a really compelling story to investors. And benefit 4, they give you an unbiased, totally data-driven perspective, which is so crucial when you, as the founder, are just way too close to the action.
And this right here perfectly illustrates benefit number 5. You get access to an invaluable network. You're not just hiring one person. You are literally plugging into their entire web of professional contacts. Need an intro to a venture capitalist, a top-tier lawyer, or a banker who really gets your industry? Your fractional CFO is often the key that unlocks all of those doors.
Okay, let's shift gears now. We're going to move from that 30,000-foot view of strategy down to the nitty-gritty, the crucial day-to-day operations. Because let's be real, a brilliant strategy doesn't mean a thing if the financial engine is sputtering out.
A great fractional CFO, they roll up their sleeves and get in there to fine-tune your financial engine. And this brings us to benefit number 6, improved cash flow management, so you can avoid any of those nasty surprises. Benefit 7 is streamlined processes for things like invoicing and reporting, which saves time and cuts down on errors. And benefit number 8 is making sure you have full financial compliance and risk management, protecting you from really costly mistakes down the line. This leads us right into benefit number 9, turning your financial data into a powerhouse decision-making tool. They take all those confusing spreadsheets and transform them into clear, real-time dashboards that give you the actual pulse of your business. This means you can spot trends, you can fix problems early, and you can finally make those critical choices based on solid facts, not just gut feelings.
So when you combine that high-level strategy with those smooth operations, what's the payoff? Well, it's all about fueling real, sustainable growth. Let's look at how a fractional CFO acts as a direct partner in your success.
Fundraising is just the perfect example, which brings us to benefit number 10, expert guidance when you're raising capital. It is an intense process, and a fractional CFO basically acts as your co-pilot. From building the pitch deck and the financial models to navigating those tough due diligence questions and advising on negotiations, their support is absolutely invaluable when the pressure's on.
And that support just keeps going as you grow. Benefit number 11 is incredible flexibility.
You can scale their hours up for a huge project like an acquisition, and then scale them right back down. Benefit number 12 is mentorship. They can actually develop your junior finance team, building up your long-term in-house skills. And finally, benefit 13, peace of mind. With an expert handling the finances, you get the focus and the confidence to do what you do best, lead your company and drive the vision forward.
So after hearing all of those benefits, you might be thinking, okay, is this the right move for my business right now? Let's do a quick little self-check.
Just take a look at what's on the screen here. If you find yourself nodding along to even one of these questions, that is a really strong sign that you could benefit from some expert financial leadership. If you're losing sleep over cash flow or you feel like you're flying blind on big decisions, it is definitely time to think about bringing in a co-pilot.
And you know, the great news is, this level of talent has never, ever been more accessible. The rise of remote work means you can find the absolute perfect fractional CFO for your specific industry, no matter where they're located. They can just plug seamlessly right into your team and your existing tools.
So let's just end with this question. Having a strong financial strategy, it isn't just about managing today's problems. It's really about building the foundation to go out and seize tomorrow's opportunities. A fractional CFO might just be the expert you need to help you write that next, bigger, and much more profitable chapter for your business.